Tak, kau sebenarnya lelaki kan?
So basically, how did this all start?
As a kid, I was raised and surrounded by a lot of girls. My mom, grandma, 2 sisters and aunts. And the male cousins I had were all older than me. The boys didn't like taking care of a kid whenever we had family events. So, I always end up playing with the girls. They loved dressing me up as their doll, makeup and wearing dresses. My family members all thought I was cute and they praised me. It felt nice receiving all those praises. As a boy, nobody really paid attention to me. But when I dress up, I felt seen. For the first time, people are noticing me. They complimented me and they treated me well, with laughter and smiles. I thrived in the attention I was receiving. I wanted more. I thought, if I dress up and act more like a girl, I'd be receiving praises. So I did. Somehow, I managed to befriend a lot of girls since they felt more comfortable to be around me than other boys. Sure, I get bullied, but I could handle it because I now had friends compared to before. This went on until secondary school. Once I entered secondary school, things started to change. My family no longer looked at me with smiles or laughter. Instead, I was faced with disgust and anger. Suddenly, acting feminine was something that made people turn away from me. But instead of feeling ashamed, I felt anger towards them. I felt like no one understood me. I felt so alone in my family, so I turned to my friends. They were supportive and understanding. They made me feel comfortable being who I am. If I can have my family understand me, then I was content with just my friends. With that mindset, I did not mind fighting against my parents and the rest of my family. In fact, the more I argue, the more I felt like I was right. Like I was meant to be a girl, not a boy. After I turned 18 and entered university, that is when I started transitioning. I was away from home, no parents to keep an eye over me. I could do what I want. I couldn't afford an actual therapist to share my problems with, so I just did what I could afford. I did my own research and hormone therapy was the next best option for me. The actual prescription pills were expensive, so being a broke university student, I went online shopping for hormone pills. They were more affordable. Few months after that was both heaven and hell. My heart was at peace but my body was in pain. People were nicer. I was getting compliments from both guys and girls. It was everything I ever wanted. I even managed to get a partner, a boyfriend.
Oh, so you managed to get a boyfriend. Did he know and accept who you are?
Yep, I managed to get one, but he did not know. So when he found out I was trans, he was angry and so hateful towards me. We immediately broke up after. I guess in his attempt to embarrass me, he told everybody else at university that I was trans. It was discrimination all over again. People giving me the side eyes, whispering behind my back.
So, what was the turning point?
It starts when I felt tired mentally and physically because of people around me and the hormone pills. My friends comfort me, but in the end, I still rethink all my choices before I go to sleep at night. I couldn't go to sleep due to all of these intrusive thoughts. It was affecting my daily and academic life. I was constantly sleepy, I couldn't focus in my classes, and I was sick more often. The lack of sleep made me anxious. Sometimes, I miss my old self, where I was healthier both physically and mentally. I just did not know where it all went wrong. I just know something is wrong with me. I told my friends, and they were comforting me, giving me support, and suggested I go to the hospital. I was worried of going to the hospital and being judged by the doctors if they knew I was consuming non-prescribed medications. So, I went to a private therapist. I was offered a discount since I'm still a student. I was distrustful at first, but over the course of months, we began to develop a friendship and I began opening up to her, telling her my past and what I have been feeling recently.
So, what did the therapist advise you to do?
The therapist advised to stop taking the pills gradually and at the same time encouraged me to get in touch with my spiritual side, turning to God. I was reluctant to meet any imam or ustaz, but she introduced me to a friend of hers, an ustaz at a local mosque. I met with the Ustaz and surprisingly, he was very understanding of my situation and he wanted to help me out. I regularly meet up with him and we talk about religion in depth, the meaning to life and all that.
After following your therapist's advice, did you notice any changes?
I began to notice my body feeling better. I no longer felt any recurring pain. With the pain gone, I was becoming more like my old self. Just minus the thoughts of being a girl. I was content with myself, with being a guy. I understand that I might not be like a typical guy, but this was the body and mind that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has entrusted me to take care of and nurture it.
So basically, how would you describe your detransitioning journey?
Due to the rumors spread at university, my detransitioning journey was filled with a lot of negativity from others. But luckily, I had good supportive people that had my back.
MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Mr. Sulaiman, I believe that your journey will inspire a lot of other people around the world who faced the same situation as you before. So, we've reached the end of our session. Is there any takeaway message that you would like to convey?
My journey had taught me many things. I would always face all types of problems, but now I have learned to have faith in Allah's plan. When in doubt, I turn to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. I have accepted what Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala blessed me with.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم